Hey, beauties. Good evening to you. All right, so I know budget should begin, I think it's on Tuesday, March 12th. I was told, I'm not sure, but during the month of March. And I'm just chuckling a little bit because, it may seem like pouring water on a duck's back, or it may seem like you're mixing cement with rough sand and gravel, and water in the hot sun, hoping that it will not become hardened, sort of a situation. But let us, who knows, maybe this time a miracle may just happen for us. I'm really hoping that it will be Moses coming to rescue the people when they finally get out of the hands of Pharaoh. Meaning, beautiful people, the public sector workers will hear good news, and that as at April 2024, they will see changes for the better in their salaries, benefits, and other. Honestly, it has been a long, arduous road, and I think the people in the public sector fraternity, let me call it that way, deserve that. I just want to see that kind of a change. I want to see the public sector workers being able to buy something decent in terms of food, in terms of, a home, in terms of a car, in terms of vacationing to some of the best hotels abroad, locally, you know, helping other people because their salary not only matches their level of education and experiences and competencies, but fairness to them just as a human being. I cannot just only hope that all the monies that should be given to them will be given to them. That no more going, no more laying, no more foolishness. Because we're simply tired of it. We're simply tired of the madness. And if I didn't think anymore, I'd probably say the mayhem. People got 100%, 200%, 300% increase. Time for public sector workers to experience similar. We may not get 100 or 200 or 300, but 50, 60, 70 is fair. And in one sweep. This is crazy. We're tax-paying people, and to be fighting to benefit in this life is just madness. Years ago, the late, great, and very gifted, talented, the venerable Dr. Miles Monroe, which I consider the best preacher, speaker in the world in terms of his level of intellect, intelligence. That man was a critical thinker. That man, emotional intelligence must have been a million, just like his IQ. And I'm using hyperbole, I'm exaggerating it for you to understand. He was so brilliant. And he said in Jamaica, if you earn $150 is taken in terms of taxes. And that was years ago. He said that. He called our country, and that when I heard him saying it, it's like something fell out of my body, like my heart just came out. To know how embarrassing that he was able to know the condition of our country. For every $100, 50 is taken, and then when I already don't tell people, say because them live above their means. I'm not saying that is not the case, but things should have been put in place to teach people how to live within their means. We don't have a comprehensive, system that teaches the average people that. And you can only budget so much and no more. So you earn 150 is taken, and you work assiduously, ardently. Come on. For every 100 you earn 50. So you'd have to work twice, maybe two jobs in order to get back the other $50 that you're deserving, or even 30 or 40, if you don't get back the exact 50 to earn that $100 in totality. Years ago he said that. I was listening to a older message with him. The public sector workers are tired. They're the larger of the two in terms of the workforce. and they're broken. They're just tired. They're tired. They're frustrated. And this local government election shows it to an extent. It may be local, dealing with local issues like roads, water, things on a smaller scale that, should happen within the community. But people still pull everything in one, behind the scene. They consider everybody in one. Everybody in one. In one. Treat the public sector workers right. Powers that be, treat them right. Politicians, do right by the people of Jamaica. You want premium work? Well, give them premium salaries. You had said that about you guys getting the 100%, 200%, 300. So we are saying the same thing to you. So hope that, Pastor Nigel Clark will come with something good. Because, they're super tired. They're super tired of the foolishness. They're super, super tired of it. They want a better life. And all we say is, fine, you give yourselves 100, 200, we'll leave you there, fine. But good God, don't make the gap so wide. Don't put the same gulf that was between Lazarus and Dives. Don't put the same gulf. Because you know what's going to happen? One day you're going to be on the opposite end, and the opposite end may be the bitter end. Dives didn't know what his fate would have been. When he was on the opposite end, he never thought of the people. Never thought of the people. He probably gave them 20% and split it up in 3 if they did get it. Gave himself 100%, 200%, 300%. And then when he crossed over into the other side, he said, if you could just dip your finger in some water and put on my tongue. Huh? Move from riches to, I can't even say rags, to nothing, to lint, to like a bottle cap. Lint that is in your pocket, that little fuzzy thing on your clothes. Like when you wash it in the washing machine and, it wants to clean it, kind of fuzz up your clothes, yeah. Like lint. Treat the public sector workers right. Treat the public sector workers right. Pay them well. Whatever back money is there to get, as the president of the Jamaica Civil Service Association said, give it. Don't wait. Don't put off for tomorrow what you can do today. There's no need for anything, and don't tell us that you don't have any money, because you guys do. We don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that, because you guys have it. This country is wealthy. This country is a wealthy country. It is how it is allocated. It is how it is. It's not allocated in an equitable way. Some money is here. Don't want to hear nobody tell me rubbish or nonsense. It is here. Be fair to the Jamaican populace. Be fair in particular to the public sector workers. Many of us have worked tirelessly, very hard, dedicated ourselves because we want to see the betterment of our country. And, by that token, that is why I always say all public sector workers are essential. Yes, some will carry a little bit more precedence because of the nature of their jobs. Like people in the medical profession, because they deal with literal life and death. So they may be at the top. Then you may have teachers, and then the police officers, so on and so on, firefighters. But the civil servants, they're just as important. They can be like the foundation, the backbone, the glue to these people doing their jobs the way they ought to. Keeping a check on things, making sure accountability is had. There is that sense of answerability. You're not just doing anything willy-nilly. We're ensuring that you follow the rules and the laws of the land and your own policies. Pay the public sector workers. Pay the public sector workers. give them their increases and whatever other money is needed. Follow me on TikTok, subscribe.